Above.
The birds were flying high above the trees.
In medieval times lords used to sit above the salt. Bees can raise their body temperature to above 37 degrees centigrade. They inferred that some great force must have come down directly from above to squash the corn and barley.
Above.
Ahead.
I'll run ahead and warn them.
The new year is a natural time to think ahead and make plans for the future.
I'll run ahead and warn them.
The cyclists were together until the bend, when Tyler pulled ahead.
Could I ask you a rather personal question? Sure, go ahead.
Ahead.
Amount.
You will receive a bill for the full amount.
The air must contain the correct amount of nitrogen, N, oxygen, O, carbon dioxide, CO2, and other gases.
He wrote out the amount. The amount of people that came to her party astonished her. He lost a large amount of money in poker. But that's gambling, easy come, easy go.
Amount. Belief.
His belief in God gave him hope during difficult times.
What kind of beliefs would guarantee your success?
America's belief in God's uniqueness started to erode.
Our beliefs block some of the information or change some of the information. References create beliefs.
Belief.
Common. Money worries are a common problem for people raising children.
The illness is common in newborn babies and is easily treated.
Astronauts around the world had a common problem.
This happened only after a few intrepid eaters got beyond common fears about potatoes, tomatoes, and other products.
In common with a number of hotels, they had a safe in each room.
Common. Cost. It costs $1.5 billion a year to operate.
The company wants to minimize its labor costs.
As dams cost a lot of money, water energy is expensive.
The first priority is to cut costs.
Cost.
Demonstrate.
She demonstrated her plan to her co-workers. The gangsters had a strong respect for their old boss, which demonstrate that there is honor among thieves.
You have to demonstrate that you are reliable.
Patent law protects inventions that demonstrate technological progress.
Demonstrate.
Evidence.
We found further scientific evidence for this theory.
The magistrate ruled that there wasn't enough evidence.
He need verifiable evidence.
The legal profession is still a largely male world, as evidenced by the small number of women judges.
All the evidence points to the presence of hydrogen.
Evidence.
Honesty.
You know, Bridget, honesty is a great quality.
Human nature is such as generosity, honesty, justice, etc.
You know, Bridget, honesty is a great quality. Can one count on the honesty of all companies?
I must tell you in all honesty that there is little chance of the proposal being approved.
Honesty.
Idiom.
Wear your heart on the sleeve is an idiom.
This is the book of today's idiom.
Wear your heart on the sleeve is an idiom.
I need to know some English idioms to make my essay more interesting.
Idiom.
Independent. She chose to live an independent life in the country.
Sarah says, "I'm very proud of you. You're finally becoming independent."
She chose to live an independent life in the country.
Mary has independent and patient.
The private recruitment agencies are independent companies.
Independent.
Inside.
The inside of the box was empty.
The chemical can make the wine inside the bottle taste musty.
She goes inside and looks around.
There are wires inside the toaster.
after he was accused of insider dealing. His firm was blacklisted by the government.
Inside.
Master.
He was a master of math.
The museum houses several of his Cubist masterworks.
He is a master of arts.
Practice, the path of mastery, exists only in the present.
The master of ceremony introduces the groom and the bride.
Master. Memory.
The memory of my first time in the city will always be the best.
Contestants at the annual World Memory Championships can do it.
I shall retain the beautiful memory forever. It can improve people's short-term memory.
Memory.
Proper.
She needs proper medical care.
The expectation is that property prices will rise.
She inserted the card into the ATM properly.
The tenant is legally required to indemnify the landlord for any damage caused to the property.
She just wanted to put the mug in its proper home.
Proper.
Scan.
You must scan each person closely.
This scandal has attracted everyone's attention.
I bought a HP flatbed scanner.
Read the articles, and scan the word list. After the recent scandal, the government has lost all credibility.
Scan.
Section.
One day, a man went to the sections center to sell things.
The central section of the report is a historical overview of drug use.
The show will also have sections for agriculture, horticulture, arts and crafts and cookery.
He gets some milk in the diary section.
He's the director of the finance section.
Section.
Surface.
The road has a very good surface.
Volcanic upheavals tend to erase and reform the Earth's surface features. Snorkeling involves swimming face down, just below the water surface. The potter smoothed the exterior surface of the pot, with wet hands.
The knife easily penetrated the surface of the orange.
Surface.
Center.
One day, a man went to the city center to sell things.
The training center were named after him.
They are establishing a research center in China to develop shampoos, specifically for the country's growingly sophisticated consumers. They believe that cities are the centers of corruption and crime.